we are live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. And we're getting many updates coming in this Tuesday as we keep tracking top updates. Right now, we'll shift our focus back to what's happening in the Israel-Hamas war. As the Israel-Hamas war continues to rage on, Republic has accessed visuals of Israeli defense forces eliminating a terrorist squad attempting to infiltrate the security fence with Lebanon and plant an explosive device. 4 terrorists were killed. The visuals of that on your screen coming in as well, viewers, as we keep getting viewers top updates. Let's tell you what really has been happening. So those visuals basically are showing us Israeli defense forces who are going ahead and they are eliminating a terrorist squad. Now, this terrorist squad was attempting to infiltrate the security fence with Lebanon and plant an explosive device. Now, in this operation itself, 4 terrorists have been killed, viewers. So, those visuals coming in on your screen as you keep tracking the top updates coming in from the Israel-Hamas war. We can also tell you, viewers, that we are seeing that heavy Israeli airstrikes are pounding the southern Gaza area. President Joe Biden is scheduled to embark on a trip to Israel. That is also very likely tomorrow, where he will also be going to Jordan and he'll be engaging with both Israeli and Arab leaders, viewers. So top updates coming in Republic TV as we keep getting our viewers top updates. What we see right now is this very key CCTV, key visual in fact, which has been accessed by Republic TV. Terrorists have been eliminated near Lebanon border. Let's go straight across to Gursimran, who's joining us right now. And Gursimran, you are bravely reporting for us from Ground Zero, getting us all the top updates coming in. Now, what we see on the screen are Israeli strikes. They are striking terrorist squads. Take us through what we really see there and what was this terrorist squad trying to do?
See, this was in the north of Israel, that is the Lebanon border, where the terrorists, they were trying to sneak into the Israel territory so that they can place the IED. They can plant IED that can harm the IED of soldiers that are patrolling along the border with the Lebanon side. And important to mention that we have seen in the past also that there have been attempts by the Lebanon side that how desperate attempts are being made by the terrorists from the Hezbollah group so as to sneak into the territory of Israel. And important to mention that today morning another such attempt was made by the Hezbollah side, where the 4 terrorists, a group of 4...
To mention that today morning another such attempt was made by the Hezbollah side, where the 4 terrorists, a group of 4 terrorists, they were seen infiltrating into the Israel side. And when they were intercepted, they were targeted and 4 terrorists have been killed. Their plan was to come into the Israel territory, then to plant an IED so that maximum damage can be inflicted on the troops and the vehicles that are being mobilized on the border areas, especially to tackle the threat that is being posed by the Hezbollah group. Right now, we are in the southernmost borders of Israel. We are in the highway that leads to the Gaza Strip, and here you will see that the security checks have been enhanced. The Israel police is keeping a strict vigil on each and every movement that is taking place, and they are not allowing anyone to move to the operational base except then those who are either from the IDF or from the security agencies. So now that the operations that have been launched by the security forces are now entering an advanced stage, where the offenses, the strategy and the implementation of the offensive strike by the Israel side has to be made. Now what the Israel is doing, that they are keeping it very secret so that it remains to be a surprise element for the Hamas terrorists, that how the action is being planned against them. And also very important to know that this comes at a time the security has been beefed up also a day ahead of the visit of President of the United States, Joe Biden, who is coming to Israel tomorrow, and it is highly expected that he will be visiting the forward areas also, and he will be briefed about the situation, that how the situation has emerged so far, how the things have unfolded, and what is the next step that Israel government is going to do, because we have seen the Merkava tanks, the BMPs, the armed personal carriers, the all-terrain vehicles, all being moved to the forward areas, be it in the Ashkedud area, be it in the Saad village, or in the kibbutz of Fazar, nearby the areas of especially the areas that we have seen where the violence has unfolded in the Sedrot and the nearby areas. So everywhere there has been a massive deployment that has been done by the security forces to give a befitting reply to the terrorists of Hamas. And now the final green signal is awaited from the Benjamin Netanyahu government, and it is expected that tomorrow when the US president will be here, he will be having a meeting with the Benjamin Netanyahu, and then it is highly expected that some concrete decision will be taken, and we will see the ground strikes, the ground operations that the Israel has warned of to the people, those who were living in the north of Gaza Strip, to move to the south as they have to carry out the ground offenses that will start very soon.
Absolutely good, Simran. You were touching upon the fact that we'll see President Joe Biden traveling to Israel to show support to its U.S. ally. So Israel is a U.S. ally, and we see that U.S. has pledged a lot of support, military support as well. Take us through what kind of military support has come in from Israel's allies, and how will that meeting really go tomorrow? We know that President Biden will be traveling tomorrow, that is Wednesday.
See, as we speak, the President Biden is expected to be here tomorrow. It has been said by the Secretary Blinken as well. But keeping in view the visit of the President of the United States to Israel, the U.S. Central Command Chief, who happens to be General Eric, he has already landed in Israel, and he has been meeting some of the key functionaries, including the IDF chief. And what he has ensured during the meeting, that the United States will ensure that there is no delay in the supplies for the Israel needs to carry out the offensive operations against Hamas, so that this war doesn't linger, so that this is not stretched beyond a period of time. So it seems that US wants that this doesn't, they want it to be completed at a shortest possible tenure, that the Israel go, they avenge the killing, they diminish, they wipe out the entire terror ecosystem of the Hamas, and then they return back to their territory. They don't want it to be like what has happened between the Russia and the Ukraine, where the war is still going on. So the US wants it to be limited to the totally wiping out of the terror ecosystem of Hamas terrorists, and they are extending every possible support. And also the diplomacy channel that the US has opened, it seems that they are also preparing for what after the Hamas is wiped out, how the new government will be installed. There are multiple factors to it that has to be seen with the time passage and how the things actually pan out, because you cannot undermine the Hamas also, because Hamas is a deadly terror group, and they have shown time and again that they have taken the entire area of Gaza Strip as one of their forts. So entering their fort and all, then to totally decimate them is going to be a hillock task, and that's why the United States is extending every possible help to Israel.